What's going on, guys? This is Aussie Van Man. How y'all doing today? So we are here in Globe, Arizona. Old mining town. Still a mining town. But wow, we got some winter weather going on out here. Snow, hail. Right now, we got a huge storm cloud coming in. It's just started raining again. Wild stuff. But what we got for you today, we're going on a ghost tour tonight. It starts at 7. We have about an hour and a half till it starts. We got to get over there a little bit early. It's somewhere maybe like a block over from where here is, so I'll probably walk over there. But yeah, it's in an old mortuary, funeral home, and elks lodge. Apparently it's pretty haunted, so yeah, it should be interesting. This is probably the most interesting one I've gone to so far. I've been on a few of them, but yeah, apparently this one's supposed to be good. So yeah, we'll see how we go, guys. Again, I'm personally a bit of a skeptic on this stuff, but it does interest me nonetheless. So yeah, no, it could be fun. I've had fun on other ones, so I'd like to see how this one is. But again, I said I'm open-minded, but I am a skeptic as far as the paranormal goes. But it still interests me. The mystery still interests me. All right. So got a bit of it started to hail on me again. It's hailing. All right, guys. Got a little while to wait. I'm gonna get ready, and then we're gonna head over. All right, we'll see you over there. It was the last one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this one.
Okay, so guys, I don't think we have any new people. Is anyone new? Okay, I'm Amy, this is Lainey. Anyone else new besides these two?
Yeah, it's my first time with you guys.
Oh, sweet. Okay, have you done ghost tours before?
This is my third one, yeah.
Oh, excellent. So you know, like, equipment and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you familiar with ghost equipment? We all. Oh, awesome. All right, so, okay, good. I'm Amy, and this is Lainey, and tonight what we'll be doing is sharing a brief history about this building. We usually go super in-depth in history and deaths and murders that have taken place. But since this building was not just like a home to like a fraternal order of the Elks, it was a mortuary, a funeral home. We can't obviously go over all of the deaths that are associated with this place because they're segmented deaths. Basically, anyone that died in Globe in a certain period of time from really like 1888. The first recorded death in Globe, the person who died was brought here, but it was before this building was built. and I'll go into that a little bit more. But this is different than any other it's similar to like hospital. Like you can't even track all of the deaths that are associated with this place. But to give you guys an idea of how we'll be operating tonight is we're gonna, as a group, shift through different rooms where we've had significant paranormal activity. And as we go from like floor to floor, we'll probably give you guys some time to roam on each floor before we go to the next floor. And we'll work our way down to the basement and the sub-basement. And then at the end, you guys can have any remaining time to use our equipment and roam on your own. And we definitely want to give you guys roaming time. Sometimes when you are like exploring even some of the rooms we didn't go in as a group, that's, you know, sometimes when you have some crazy to you. But I am going to go over some of the basic history with you. And this is a newer location of ours. So we're kind of learning as we go. So this is known as the historic Elks building. The Elks did build a newer building. And it was Globe's first funeral parlor. William Zimmerman arrived in Globe the first year it was established and became the town's first undertaker. So some of these names that I'm spitting out, try to like hold on to them. So we have William, who might have gone by Billy, Bill, Will, William. Let's keep that in mind. So he came to Globe and he buried the first man who died in Globe in 1876. And he only stayed in Globe for 6 months. And then he went to Tombstone and came back to Globe in 1888. And he built a 4-room adobe house here. And in that 4-room adobe house, he ran his funeral business. So he had his own room where he would prepare bodies for burial, but it was in his home, which is kind of creepy. And like very creepy. I would have never like been wanting to like hang out with I couldn't live in a home where that stuff was going on. But in 1909, the Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks was kind of like growing and becoming established in this town. They rented a room, and they were, for whatever reason, thought this would be like a great plot of land for them. My guess is because it was close to the railroad. It was a place where people could hop on and off the train, and with the Benevolent Order of the Elks, they were very connected with other like brother locations of theirs. So they could have just told anybody visiting, like, hop off at the train, we're right there. So they bought this property, they demolished William's adobe home, 4-building home, and they built this structure. And it was so massive, especially for the time. I mean, I think even as of now, it's considered like the 4th tallest, like 3 or 4 story building in the country. It is a very tall building for the amount of floors that it has, and especially at that time. But it was like they bit off a little bit more than they can chew. So they rented out space, and part of the space on the 2nd floor that they rented out was to a theater company, and they had their own theater as well. But what's cool with theaters is, for whatever reason, like actors are very narcissistic and into themselves and fame and reliving their moments on stage. I've never been into a theater that wasn't haunted. And here, there's not so much a stage that we can go to and show you. But when we go to the 2nd floor, we'll kind of let you know, hey, this was like the theater area. They also rented out space to F.L. Jones. F.L. Jones was kind of a flashy embalmer and ran his own funeral home. If you thought of William Zimmerman, like super old school, where F.L. Jones was like, ooh, I'm the new embalmer in town. And he called himself the best embalmer in the West. He was well known. He did have a great reputation. But the whole entire antique building up next door, the building is actually connected to this one. That was F.L. Jones's like funeral showroom. All of his coffins were lined up in the building. One of the last places we'll go tonight is the basement. The basement is where F.L. Jones had like his mortuary and his embalming room. And one of the things that thankfully we don't experience in life is our health epidemics, including COVID, does not have the same significant impact of death that things like the Spanish flu, scarlatina, and other health epidemics had. So at the peak of the Spanish flu, let's say it was like 1918 Spanish flu, basically from the moment you showed symptoms to the time you died, you'd be dead in 3 days. Your feet would turn black. It was a horrific disease. So many people died that they had meat hooks in the basement here to just hang the dead. So when you go into the basement, when we go down there, we're going to be pure investigating. We're not going to be talking about history, but think about that. Think about as you pass through these rooms, okay, there would have been bodies hanging from meat hooks. The embalming room at the time was a state-of-the-art embalming, and there's still an embalming tank that you'll see. It's just, there was a significant amount of deaths that were managed due to specifically the health epidemics, on top of the amount of violence that happened here in Morgue. So enough about the history. We are going to start our first investigation here. Lee passed out K2 meters. Basically, I'm sure all of you know how they work. They measure electromagnetic frequency. If they light up, there's something by you. The lanterns, you guys may not be familiar with, the ones that are pink. They also are EMF detectors. If they detect anything, they will light up like a rainbow. We have a few different pucks too. They look just like hockey pucks, same thing. Basically, we really clearly want to be aware of any electromagnetic frequency in the group. Besides that, we have a REM pod in the center of the room that measures motion. It's where the red light is. That will have like a really annoying beep, and it will light up in different colors if it detects any motion in the air. Next piece of equipment. And guys, as I kind of am going through things super quickly, if anyone wants to use it, like let me know fast, and I'll give it to whoever's like, I want that. This is an Ovilus. Ovilus is super cool. It has thousands of words programmed into it. It's believed that spirits can manipulate it to communicate with us. Right now we have us, sample, and finger. Does anyone want to use the Ovilus? Are you the one stopping people?
Switching rooms soon. Is there anyone we could watch out for?
That's bright, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the flashlight.
That was when we were pulling out.
Oh, get out of here. This is crazy. So guys, kind of form a square in the perimeter of this room. We probably won't be here very long, but it is a location where a lot of people have been capturing activities. So we might run our necrophonic in here, and we're going to do something totally different in the next room. Listen, we're listening. Guys, is anyone in any of the living people picking up anything?
No.
popular spirit. Can we know more about you? I heard murder.
Yeah.
Paul, were you murdered? Paul murdered someone.
Or you want the hamburger?
Paul, did you murder someone?
Burger.
Paul, how many people did you murder? That was quick.
That was clear.
Why? Fun. Paul, did you murder anyone or just a targeted group of people? Like, did you murder girls? Did you murder any guys?
Yes, good guy.
Did you murder because people made you angry? Was it personal? Guys. Paul,
Was it an accident? A mining accident? Did you, you accidentally blow up miners in the mine?
getting a no. So, Mia, if you were picking up something with murder and mining, there is an unsolved murder in the globe related to miners that happened around 1902, where several miners' bodies were, their throats were slit and their bodies were disposed of near Old Dominion.
I was just getting something about miners and death. So maybe it was an accident. I don't know.
Paul, how did you kill your victims?
That's crazy.
It might have been 81 years ago.
We are in the basement where the old mortuary was. Check it out, guys. This is the old embalming tank up here. That's pretty crazy, guys. It does look quite gross. Pretty gross. Where are the bodies at? Yeah, I'll climb on man. Why not? Why not? See if I can get in there. Somebody just catch me, I'll jump in. Damn, man. This place is old. Oh, that's a rickety chair. Oh, crusty. Nobody's been down here for a minute. This is where they are embalming the bodies, huh? It's pretty wild. Look at this crusty mess up here. Oh, look, the old electrical board. Interesting. Man, what the hell? Oh, it's leaking water in here. This pipe's seen better days. Oh. Damn. Creepy old chair. Oh, that's nice. Is that a light? I think that's a light. Oh, there's a floor in here. Okay. I thought it was just all dirt down here. There's actually a floor under all this dirt. It looks like concrete, but yeah. Where's this guy? That's a weird looking barrel. It's not. Looks like an old carbide barrel. Ew. There's trash everywhere in here. Dude, what's with all the cigarette packets? Yeah.
Did you stay at the Copper Queen?
I did stay at the Copper Queen, actually.
We did the Copper Queen before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a couple weeks before COVID.
I think I stayed there in December in 2016. I was out here visiting back then. I wasn't living out here back then.
We did do the San Carlos in Phoenix. It's a hotel.
San Carlos? Okay. I'll check that out. I haven't heard of that one before.
Yeah.
And so, off we go.
Your father?
The man said you look pretty, but I almost felt like he was talking to the woman. Spirits, can you please say you're okay?
There is a ladder up there.
Sorry. If someone's here with us, can you please speak? We'll be able to hear you.
Alright guys, I just finished up with my ghost tour. I am absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing. My ears are frozen. So I'm now gonna drive out of here. We're probably gonna try to head to the Superstitions. There's not really much primitive camping or anything like that out here. So my options are to go further into the snow regions, which I really don't want to get on black ice tonight. So I think we're gonna try to head back towards the Superstition Mountains and camp out there tonight. Maybe we'll do something out there tomorrow. I'm not sure. But yeah, all right, we gotta head out and try to find my campsite, guys. We'll see you at the camp. All right, guys, as you can see, we've wrapped up on the ghost tour thing. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's almost midnight. I had to drive all the way back to Gold Canyon to find camping tonight. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys, a lot of fun. I've never really done the investigation type style tour like that, where we spend majority of the time where all the EVP type tools and stuff like that. So it was kind of, that was very interesting. But yeah, I think I'll definitely go back and do some more of those. Yeah, it was definitely interesting, guys. I could see myself, it's just cool getting to spend some time in the dark in these like old, history rich, buildings, you know. I think that would be some fun to do. It's very interesting watching these people do, the paranormal investigations. I never really done too much of that before, so yeah. Alright guys, hopefully you guys liked that video. I don't know how it turned out in the recording. It was pretty dark in there, so I'm not sure. I try to record as much as I can, so hopefully I got some decent recordings there. Alright guys, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that sub. Until next time, this is Aussie Bearman, and we shall see you later. What's going on here?